Hi everyone, this is Cree, and you have tuned in again, hopefully, to the right side of 50. All right. Um, I'm just chiming back in the last couple of videos. I was just addressing mental health, career, uh, I guess trying to find work balance. Um, More of a rant. These have been rants, just as, pretty much trying to get your opinion, your take on things. It's a million things that go through my mind, and I try my best. I promise you, I try to keep it focused into a couple of different things just so that you're not lost and all over the place. Um, if you're not sure what I'm talking about, just go watch the couple of videos prior to this one. But again, I mean, right now I know this is a new relationship to us, and I'm trying to get to know you a little bit, and you're definitely trying to get to know me if you're still on the channel. So if you're here, great. I love that. Hopefully I can benefit you in some way and help you in some sense while I'm going through my journey, and hopefully, if you are going through anything that I'm going through, um, that we help each other. Maybe I can give you some answers or tell you how I deal with certain things. Okay, so right now, the last videos I pretty much was touching on, again, work balance. If you're in a job or a career and you're just, you've been there for, maybe some time, and it's not so much that you're unhappy. You're just in a situation where there's still a lot of confusion. And usually in this case, it would be someone in a newer job, in a newer role. Um, or maybe you've done this before, but with a different company. Okay. So I was just talking about the mental health. I was touching base on support systems, because I will tell you, um, firsthand, I know support systems, they are very important. If you don't have anybody supporting you in your corner, backing you up to try to help you walk things through, kind of like your own mini counselor. If you have that dear friend, that person or persons close to you, and they are more of an open ear type of person, and they're good for these type of discussions, and yeah, you really need that. Okay, because the the last thing you want to do is sit here and suffer from some sort of just incompleteness, frustration, anxiety about your career, or your position, and you just don't know where to turn. You don't know who to talk to. Um, if you don't understand your role, or you don't understand what you're being trained or have been trained to do, we all know. And if you don't learn, you definitely need to open your mouth, of course, and talk to management about it. And hopefully you have a manager that's got that open door policy where you feel comfortable with. Okay. If you don't, that's a problem, because at that point, where do you go? If you can't go to your own manager, where do you go? Do you go to another manager? Do you go to that person's manager? Um, and how do you do it without stepping on their toes? Okay, so again, with this channel, right side over 50, excuse me, which can be the right side over 40 as well, but how a person at this age would handle it versus someone who's maybe 25, maybe 30, might handle it a little different. Okay, so being that I'm very familiar with the workforce, I've been working since I was 16. I would handle things different. So my way of handling things is I open my mouth. I let them know I don't understand. I don't understand. I'm not getting this. It's not clicking. Show me, because your manager, if they're any good at this part of it, they usually can critique. They can pick up where they think the disconnect is with you. Now they may be wrong, but if they have any substance about them, they will try to help you in that area. And I was discussing in a couple of videos ago, I was talking about organization. So organization is definitely key. You have to be organized, of course. So I think with any job, that's probably the first thing that you're going to want to learn. If they can teach you only so much, but you still have to have your own. You have to find your own way of doing things. Okay. So what I was saying in my role right now, I've been there a little under a year. So where I'm at is I have like my manager, he's been trying to show me ways to get to come up with some sort of organizational plan, because in my role, I don't have to answer or do one or two things. I have various tasks that I have to do throughout the day and also still manage my calendar. So it's a lot that I have to do. Now, the background with my career is, let me tell you this. I have more than 25 years of customer service. I can say 30 plus years. I can say 30 years, maybe a few more if you add in all types of customer service, because most of my skill has been phone related. Okay, it's been some sort of headset, monitor in front of me, usually inbound calls. I've done outbound. Those, if they were strictly outbound, they were probably some sort of sales position. Okay. I didn't do a whole lot of that. I found those positions to be highly stressful. Okay. So, no, most of my career has been inbound, you know. Good morning. This is Lucretia. Whatever the case, and whatever the company's name is. Actually, you say the company first, and then you introduce, hey, this is Lucretia, and how's it I can assist you today? Whatever the case is. And they go ahead and they open up and tell you. And the biggest thing with that is your learning, your listening skills, because that's how you're going to be able to try to, to troubleshoot and solve. Okay. This position is a bit different. I mean, you definitely have to have the listening skills and you have to have your ears on, but that organization is key. Okay. Because my day, from the time that I start to the time I end, it's hectic. It's constantly moving. I have a million moving parts, okay, on what has to be done. My job has been so packed and full with my caseload that I've missed breaks or been very late going on my breaks or my lunch because the day goes by so fast. Because with what I do, there's never enough time for me to complete and do what it is that I want to do. Okay. So, it's a challenge for me because I have, in all of my 30 plus years, I've never had this before. So I will honestly say, hands down, this is the most challenging position I've ever had. And I'm not ready to give up. That I'm not. I like working with people. I like helping people. But right now, it's trying to keep my organization or improve my organization, but also to, I don't like saying speed, but if your organization is on point and your understanding of, the moving parts, what you have to do, if all of that is in line, then you'll have a better day. And you'll feel like you've accomplished a whole lot. And that's my goal, because that's what I like. I like people. First of all, let me just tell you this. With my name being what it is, people remember it. So I definitely don't want to leave a bad taste in anyone's mouth, because guess what? they're going to remember my name. Um, Even if they don't know how to spell it, they're going to remember my name. They're going to remember me. They don't see me, but they'll remember. Now, for any face-to-face customer service I've had, working retail, fast food back in the day, I've even served. I've waited tables. Believe it or not, those were some of the most fun jobs I've had. But that's because I was face-to-face with customers, and I enjoy doing that. Now, would I do that today as a part-time hustle? I guess if I had to, I would. I prefer not to, because a lot of that, believe it or not, I mean, that can be excruciating on your feet, your lower back. It's just, it's physically, those jobs were physically demanding, holding a serving tray with heavy dishes, things like that. I can't do all of that anymore. Not at all. Okay. But yeah. So I guess I was just, the whole point of the rant was just to say, if you guys have ever felt that way, I mean, I'm in the same boat. Just trying to understand how everything moves from A to Z. Okay. And then I feel like once I get that down, things would they would run, a little bit more smoothly. And I'll be revisiting this from time to time, because like I said, going back to what I was saying with the word patience, I do have a lot of that, whether it be in my personal life or in my professional life. And like I said, sometimes that can bite you in the butt. How much time do you give anything? Is there a time frame? Is it to the point to where, you're still healthy enough to say, "Ooh, you know what? I tried this, but it's just not my forte," or, what is it? Okay. Most of us were not born with a silver spoon in our mouth, so we know we have to work. I am not one of those people. I wish I could say I was. I wish I could say, "Oh, you know what? I have 6 to 12 months worth of savings in my account. And, I can take some time to think about things." No, no, no. I don't have that. That's not me. That's not my situation. Maybe one day, but not right now. Okay. I think I speak for more than half of America. They talk about this all the time online. They talk about it all the time on the news about Americans. And, we used at one time, it was almost expected that you have a certain amount of months saved in your bank account, in your savings account for a rainy day. But now, in this day and age, they can barely make it from check to check. That's where we are. And this is not a new thing. Let me tell you that. This didn't just happen yesterday. Okay. So if you think it just happened yesterday, then I know you're very young, and I'm going to excuse you for it, because to think like that, you have to be very young. You have to still be a baby, and you haven't been around to watch it because you were young and you probably weren't in the workforce at this point. So, but we can talk more about that. Other than that, if you guys are enjoying the content, like I said, if you want to leave a message, give input, sure, go ahead. I'm open to it. Um, if you like it, great. Hit the thumbs up, subscribe, and we'll see where this goes. All right, talk to you later.